Hey guys, Troubletcat here, recording for the Zombie Arcade as per usual. This is a pretty long game of Battlefield 3. This one's about 15 minutes long. Well, it's not that long for a game of Battlefield 3, but it's pretty long gameplay, all things considered. I thought about cutting it down, but I decided not to, seeing as this is my first Battlefield 3 video from the retail game. I know it's taking me a few days to get this up. I've been pretty busy with uni work, and I've been playing the game like mad, obviously. So that's my excuse for that. I do pretty well in this here game personally. My team does end up losing. It's kind of a shame. The main thing, this is probably just going to be mostly a straight up commentary, but the main thing I want to talk about is I'm going to be doing a series on the channel here called Meet the Gun, or Meet the Weapon. Basically, wherever weapon is will be the name of the gun in question. Yeah, I stole the name from Valve and TF2. Basically what I'm going to do in that series is I'm going to do spotlight videos on different weapons, talking about different attachments, what maps they're good on, all that kind of stuff. I mentioned that I might be doing this briefly in one of my videos during beta. This is going to be happening. Basically what I'm considering here, you see here I'm trying to get some engineer attention on my team to deal with that APC. Nobody comes over, sadly. That is going to be happening, though, basically. So what I'm actually going to be doing, though, is I'll be doing 3 or 4 videos for each gun. There'll be one video that'll be a shorter video where I basically introduce the weapon, and that'll be the first one for that gun. And I'll do things in that, like I'll try and find somewhere on the maps, somewhere on one of these maps where I can, for example, show the recoil patterns on the guns, stuff like that. Talk about the different fire modes, what options for attachments and stuff like that. Just basically introduce the weapons, and then I'll do a couple of games of me, where it'll just basically be gameplay commentaries with particular focus on the weapon handling and stuff like that. You know, general stuff as well. But just to do a few games of me playing with that gun with a few different attachment setups, with the all-glass weapons, probably playing with a few different kits, talking about how that weapon works on different kits. So I'm planning to do this for every single primary weapon in the game, so a few videos each. We're talking about a lot of videos. I'm expecting to keep me quite busy for months and months to come, and that's kind of the point. Is I want to have just sort of go-to videos for BF3, and I'll probably throw in some other gameplay commentaries as well that are not related to that. But for the most part, I'll probably be doing those videos. As I said, the gameplays will be more general commentaries, not just about the guns. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that would be a cool thing to do. Obviously, there's a lot more to playing shooters than just the weapons. Like knowing the maps is a big part of Battlefield 3 and shooters in general. And you know how you maneuver around them, stuff like that. But weapon handling is sort of a core aspect to shooters as well, and I thought it would be cool to focus on that. I think that's part of shooters that a lot of people get really into mentally, even more so. Like, I think people maybe should focus more on the maps and learning good paths through the maps, where to go, where not to go, stuff like that, than they do. But for the most part, it seems like a lot of people really like to focus on, you know, what's the best weapon, what's the best gun, because that's just the thing that gets people excited, is getting out there and shotting bullets, killing dudes, and so on. I don't know what that says about us. I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know, because you want to be getting your kills, and the gun is the thing to get the kills, and yeah, I'm okay with this. I think yeah, I unlocked the suppressor there for my M416, which I do quite like, and changing up my camo here. I really like that preview window for the camo, to the paratrooper camo, which is a really badass camo scheme. So that's pretty much that out of the way. I guess for the rest of the video, I'll just talk about the gameplay, and I'll talk about my impressions of Battlefield 3 now that it's out of beta. I don't know if you guys have liked my Facebook page. I'll put a link to that in the description if you haven't, seeing as I mentioned it. I normally don't link it, but I will since I mentioned it. I basically said on Facebook that every I kill so many people here. This is a really good little carry on. Can't believe that guy didn't get me, but I guess he wasn't paying attention. As I was saying, trying to capture Bravo. You know, the enemy is all over these objectives. I kill a lot of people on this game. I have a high KDR, and my team loses, but don't think that's because I'm not going for the objectives. I mean, you guys can see yourself. I spend most of this game right on top of an objective, trying to push the objectives, because that's the kind of player I am, and in this game I have to also nail a good kill-death ratio. Anyway, as I was saying, about the game in general, 8 for 1 right now, about the game in general, I really, as I posted on my Facebook page, I really think that everything that was wrong in the beta has been fixed more or less. I mean, there were some big problems in the beta. There were some pretty severe balance issues which have been fixed as far as I can tell. Those balance issues have been sorted out. There was a really big problem with hit detection and hit registration and latency that was in the beta that was honestly stopping me from being able to take the game as seriously as I would like competitively. But that's been... I mean, the hit registration is still not 100% perfect. It'll never be 100% perfect. But I'm not getting shot around corners so much. I'm not getting appeared to be getting killed in one hit by people with guns that don't kill in one hit. That kind of stuff is not happening anymore. I'm not seeing... I put a bunch of rounds in that guy and he still has 100% health on the kill cam. Haven't seen that one. That stuff's all been really fixed up, really tightened up. So that makes the game feel a lot better to play. That was pretty much the biggest thing with the beta for me that made the game feel a bit rubbish compared to how it could feel. I mean, it was still a lot of fun, but it was far from ideal. But that's been fixed up, and that's really good. All the sort of map glitches are gone. There are a few windows that it kind of glitches out when you try to jump through them, but nothing like there was on Metro in the beta at release. Every single map is really good. This map I'm playing on is absolutely tiny by Battlefield standards. It'd probably be considered one of the largest maps if it was in one of those other games, that other game in particular that I'm thinking of. But for Battlefield standards, it's quite small, but it still works. There's a lot of different alleys. There's a lot of paths to take around the map. You can see B is in that big, wide, sort of boulevard alleyway thing. And obviously you don't want to be running straight up that. That's pretty much the last thing you want to do, because you just get gunned the fuck down. But there's plenty of alternate pathways. There's these side streets that are a bit less closely watched. It's a really well-designed map. At first, when I was playing this game, I was thinking, oh, this map's just a giant meat grinder. This is kind of lame. But then I realized there actually are a lot more paths to get around to that B flag than initially appeared. So, yeah, you know, this is one of the maps that a lot of people would be hating on, probably, because they'd be saying, oh, it's not a Battlefield map. But I still really enjoy this map. I like every single map in the game, and there's some huge fucking maps. And that's a really impressive feat. There's only 9 maps, but the fact that every single one of them is good, that's really, really impressive to me. There's normally at least 1 or 2 maps in a game release. Even if there's only, you know, 8 to 10 maps, there's normally a few that I just really don't enjoy at all. But every single map in this game, absolutely loving it. What else was there to say about the game in general? It's just, oh, yeah, it looks amazing. I'm running on, for these videos, I'm running on Ultra settings in 1280 by 720. The game looks even better than beta. It runs better as well. I normally play at 1920 by 1080, and I get 30 to 60 FPS, probably averaging around 40 or 45. And it's super smooth, and it's amazing the way the game looks and feels. Their engine, I can't even, the sound, everything. It's so good. Basically, if you're a shooter player, buy this game. I mean, don't buy it if you're only into single-player shooters. The campaign got really bad critical reception. It got absolutely panned. I'm actually enjoying it. It is sort of a derivative corridor shooter, Call of Duty style campaign, but they do it well. You know, it's got some good levels in there, some pretty fun levels. It is a little bit disappointing in a way to see that they haven't done more with the campaign. You know, I'm not leaving myself much to talk about when I do a review of this game, am I? I'm going to be doing a fully edited, nice video review of this game over on my Blip channel pretty soon after I finish the campaign. That'll be up. You can see here the enemies using that smoke grenade really effectively. I can't even see, like a dude slipped past on my left earlier. I get that guy, and I blew somebody up with a grenade, but then this guy, I can't even see him. He runs in there. That's really good use of those smoke grenades. I thought that was, like, I mean, I played well and I tried to get these objectives, and we lost in the end. But I'm not going to say it was because my team was shit. The enemy team were just really on the ball. They did a really good job in this game, and I'm man enough to admit that we just got straight up outplayed by a superior team here. Anyway, campaign. As I said, I like it for what it is. It's kind of disappointing that they didn't do something more ambitious with their flagship engine, and its amazing engine. You know, if they had done something with a little bit more variety, a bit longer, a little bit more... I won't say a little bit more story, because there's a story, and it's a pretty good story. I don't know, I'm just thinking if they had done something just a little bit different with the campaign, a little bit more exciting, it would have been a lot better. But for what it is, the campaign... what the campaign is not something I'm a huge fan of. But it does it very well, is I guess how I'd phrase that. There's co-op in the game. The co-op is a lot of fun. It's only 6 missions, and it's not that hard, even on the highest difficulty. Well, it wasn't for me and my buddies. We're pretty badass dudes, though. Yeah, and you can tear through it in only a couple hours. You can get through all the missions in, you know, it'll only take you a few hours to complete the entire co-op campaign. There's unlocks for it, though, so you'll probably play through it a few times, and I don't mind that, actually, because the missions are fun and varied. There's good variation in the co-op campaigns. There's like some stealth missions. There's you know, straight up defend missions. There's some cool missions there. And I like that some dude in chat says 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the Marine Corps. But do you love the Marine Corps spelled, you know, as in Army Corps, as opposed to just the Corps of Marines? Let's see here. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I'm a bit conflicted about what I'm doing here because you saw earlier I shot a dude in that back courtyard. They actually spawn in that courtyard here, that behind me. And I'm kind of conflicted about this, because I don't want to feel like I'm spawn camping people, spawn trapping them in that little courtyard if they're spawning at B. At the same time, how can I not, you know? I want to be hanging out in this room. This room is somewhere where I'm on the objective, able to capture the objective. And I can't have dudes spawning behind me and killing me in the back while I'm trying to capture this point. You know, I can't just let that occur. That'd be stupid. And it's sort of, I'm just gonna blame Matt. You see, that's what happens ultimately, is somebody spawns behind when I wasn't checking, hadn't checked in a while, and he runs out and kills us. And that is something that I'd say is a little bit of poor map design, because that's a really, really attractive place to stand if you want to capture that point. You're not out in the open, you're not getting shot from all angles, but there's this spawn point behind you, and it just means, when I was playing attackers on, sorry, not attackers, I was playing the other side on the map before. It doesn't matter what side you're on, though. I was playing this map earlier, and we had Bravo, and I was spawning in that courtyard and just getting spawn killed over and over again, and I was like, this is fucking infuriating. Why are these douchebags spawn camping, you know? But then when we were trying to capture Bravo, you can sort of see it's just one of the greatest places to stand, and that's sort of silly map design. I don't know. I said I'm kind of conflicted about that. I guess I'm not, because they're, you know, what are you gonna do? If that's the position you want to take, and you're taking it to capture the objective, not to spawn camp, you gotta watch your back. You can't let that happen, and that's just a case of they need to stop spawning at B, I guess, when they start getting killed when they spawn, or ideally the map would have been designed a bit differently so there's a little bit more cover for people spawning in that courtyard. You know, if there was some stuff that you spawned hiding behind or something, that'd be okay, but as it is, you can just get shot as soon as you appear. And you know, we had people firing rockets through there, and I'd spawn and get blown up by a rocket that wasn't shot at me, just going through there, because it's a place where it's good to hang out, so, yeah. I don't know, funny spot on this map that is good, but sort of conflicting. You see here, we lose quite badly by about 100 tickets. It was pretty close at the start, but no. I'm trying to push up, even at the end here, I'm trying to push up on Bravo, but not with much success. I sort of realized we only have a few lives, so I decided to hang back a little bit more. I would be being a bit more aggressive here, but only a few lives left, so just kind of chilling out. And that's the game. I think I went 24, and we'll see in just a second, so I won't speculate. I know I was MVP, and we got a squad, so that was nice. Yeah, I went 24 for 6, 4,500 points. It was a very good game. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for that Meet the Weapons series coming up soon. I haven't decided what order I'm going to do them in, if I'm going to do secondaries and launchers as well as primary weapons, what the deal is going to exactly be. But that's going to be starting pretty soon, probably early next week. So look forward to that if you are interested in that kind of thing. And if you're not, well, fail, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. That is all. Troubletcat out.